Welcome back to Some Offense Intended. I am Jeremy Robinson.
I'm Mike Vick.
You remembered it this time.
Yes.
Proud of you.
I remembered who I am. I'm going to be running for president, so I can't always know who I am.
When? You got to wait till you're 80 now.
Yeah.
That's the age.
Yeah.
That's the age to go. So last time we didn't hit all of the notes. So I still have 400 kilograms of gold stolen, airline mystery trip, inner monologue and visual spatial awareness.
I saw some video game stuff. I still have, I already got the substitute teacher. Yeah, mostly mine's just video game stuff.
All right. Well, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Some Offense Intended. Subscribe, like, review stuff on your favorite podcast platform, and Twitter, X, and TikTok at Some Offense Pod. So the 400 kilograms of gold stolen I just saw the video today.
Yeah.
And this guy had a box truck, so like to run deliveries.
Yeah.
And he had an old bill of lading from like a day or two earlier from some air cargo company.
Yeah.
To pick up from the airport. So he took a copy of that, managed to change several things on it, knew when the shipment was coming in of, I think it was gold, several different currencies, like a big shipment.
Sounds like he had an inside guy.
Yeah, for sure. So he pulls up, he shows him the slip. And I go, okay, go ahead and back up here. Backs up there, forklift comes over, they have a video of it.
Yeah.
Loads the pallet on. The guy like shakes the pallet. He's like, it's not going anywhere. Does like I don't think he taps it, but like this is not going anywhere. And then he closes the roll gate for the box truck, gets in, takes off. So a day or two later, the actual people who are supposed to pick up that shipment come in.
Where's our gold?
And they're like, hey, we're here for this shipment. And they're like, okay, let me go find it.
That's
and they go and they're like, it's gone. Like somebody picked it up 2 days ago. Like, what do you mean somebody picked it up 2 days ago? So then they review the footage and they're like, what the fuck? Like, correct uniform, correct everything. Like, his paperwork got away with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how long ago it was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Or, like, if they've already caught him, if they didn't. But it was 400 kilograms of gold, which, if you're not familiar with that, it's roughly...
It's a lot.
900 pounds, almost 1,000 pounds of gold, which is $30 million of just gold.
Yeah. Why weren't we in on this?
Okay, so it looked 882 pounds of gold. Police make multiple arrests in largest gold theft in Canadian history. Police say 5 suspects arrested, 3 more being sought over theft of 6,600 gold bars at Toronto Airport last year.
Wow.
And this was April 17th. So it took them a year. It took them a while to find them.
Well, when you're a Mountie and you have to get on your horse to go investigate.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Dudley Do Right can only do so much.
Yeah. He can do right, though.
He can. I haven't thought about that movie in a long time.
I more think about the animated. It was animated before it was a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I've seen 1 or 2 of those.
It was part of the Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
Says police in Canada have arrested multiple people accused of stealing thousands of gold bars worth more than 20 million Canadian dollars. Apparently, they don't know how to do math. And what authorities say was the largest gold heist in the country's history. Last year's theft at a Toronto Pearson International Airport was orchestrated by a well-organized group of criminals. Blah, blah, blah. The shipment of gold bars came from a refinery in Switzerland. That cargo, along with 2.5 million Canadian dollars in foreign banknotes, was stolen from an Air Canada facility on April 17th, 2023. On Wednesday, police named 9 suspects in the heist and detailed the charges they face. 5 of the suspects were arrested in Canada and released on bail pending trial. That's brave of them to release them on bail.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they have millions of dollars sitting around. You think they're going to stick around?
No, I wouldn't.
One additional suspect, originally from Brampton, Ontario, was arrested in the state of Pennsylvania after being discovered with dozens of illegal firearms. Person remains in custody in the U.S. Canada-wide arrest warrants have been issued for the remaining 3 suspects. That's wild. The accused include 2 Air Canada employees and a jewelry store owner, as well as the alleged getaway driver. The stolen gold was initially offloaded from a plane securely stored in a cargo holding facility. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, wasn't there a movie about this? There's a movie that's almost this exact fucking... I'll have to think about what movie that is.
Maybe they got the idea from that.
But this was last year. I think that movie might have been either around the same time.
Well, I know there was a movie where they stole stuff from an airport, and it's a real thought. It was a huge theft, but it was part of it was in Goodfellas, and they had a similar type of situation. They had the truck.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
They had the people inside.
Yeah, because it was like in a storage, like a little bit further away than the actual hangars.
It was the Lacanza
I'll have to
heist, and it was like the biggest of the time.
I'll have to watch that again, see if that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, that's fucking wild. That takes a lot of planning.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
A lot. It is impressive. Don't do that, but it's impressive.
But so I said I had some things about video games. The video game subscriptions, like PlayStation Plus.
Okay. Xbox Live or Game Pass, whatever.
Yeah, Game Pass. But they also have like EA, Electronic Arts has one too.
Yeah.
And it's just trash.
You have to pay $5 a month to breathe.
They have so many different games that they've had out over the years.
You want to use more than one button? It's another $4 a month.
Oh. But you would think they'd have a category of their throwback games, and they don't really do that. They say they do, but it's mostly, and when they say they have a new game, it's not really new. Star Wars Battlefront 2, not a new game.
So I'm mad that they named it Battlefront 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because the Battlefront 1 and 2 were fun.
Great.
And amazing.
Yeah, they were.
Battlefront 1 and 2 that EA did are reskinned Call of Duty with fucking utility cards that you use to upgrade your fucking character.
I still had fun playing
and it's a pay to play. So if you tried, like I had the trial of it or something, because I think I had Game Pass for a little bit. So I tried it because I liked the first one so much. And then you come across somebody that used their mom's fucking credit card to buy 18,000 fucking card packs.
Yeah.
So they can just do anything they want and you can't shoot anybody.
Oh, I know.
I turned it off within 5 minutes. Like, this is fucking stupid, bro.
A lot of what I played was the space battles, and I did pretty well on those. I had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, there's a lot of problems like that. But like that, but they have so many games. Like there's PlayStation 3 games that if they were on there, I would play.
Yeah,
I'm paid up for the year, and there isn't shit on it I want to buy. I want to play. Yeah, they do have Madden on there, but I'm done with Madden. I stopped playing Madden a long time ago. I got tired of playing it. They have the 2024 Madden 24 or 2024, and the season's over. That's why they put it on there. Nobody's buying it anymore because the fucking season's over.
Yeah.
Ever try to resell a Madden game after the season's over?
I have.
It doesn't usually go that great.
No, and normally like a year later, 6 months to a year later, it's like $7 at GameStop.
Absolutely.
Like,
so they're like, here you go. Now we're going to put it on here. They put
it drops value faster than a BMW.
Yeah. And that's fast.
Yeah.
But they put the what was it? They put the NHL game on there. They have the UFC games on there. And some of the times when you're looking through the list, like I would tell you how many are on it, but sometimes there's duplicates. There's 2 different versions of the same fucking game.
Yeah, because one's the limited. I'm like, they're both downloadable. You can't fucking make the difference now.
Yeah. If it's going to be the limited, then put the limited there and leave the other one off.
Yeah.
Don't try to make it look like you have more games than you do.
Yeah. People are great.
But Ubisoft, they actually, which is surprising because they're one of the worst. I have a couple stories about them coming up, but yeah, they actually have a lot of their games on there. Like you can play just about all the Assassin's Creed games just for their subscription. That's kind of cool. But they They have a new game coming out. You and I were talking about it. You took me a video of it, and it looks really cool. And I was very interested.
One? I don't remember.
Star Wars Outlaws. Outlaws.
Oh, yes. I remember.
Yeah. So there's actually a part they show in the trailer where you're going through and you actually see, like, I guess there's a mission in it where it involves Han Solo frozen in carbonite.
Wow.
Which, yeah, seems cool. And they show it in the ad for it. So it's like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And then you find out to get that particular thing in your game, you have to buy the most expensive version of it at $110.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, like, if you go on YouTube or other things and see what people are saying about this game, so many people are pissed.
Yeah, that's...
this is trash. We don't want this shit.
I hope they boycott EA again. They did, and it fixed stuff for a little while.
This one's Ubisoft. It has the
okay.
Outlaws. Yeah, and they're you talk about games that are pay to play. They've got microtransactions more than anybody.
Since when?
Oh, I'm seeing things about it all the time. People are getting pissed off at Ubisoft.
I didn't know Ubisoft switched to that.
Yeah, they do a lot of them.
Wow.
At least that's what I hear from a lot of different sources, little articles I read and different things I see on YouTube. People are all sorts of pissed off, and now they're really pissed off because who wants to pay $110 for that game?
Yeah, for a digital version. I understand paying $110, and I have many times for the limited or legendary of like Halo, for the super special editions of Gears of War, for any game that I want. If it comes with like collectible merch or statues or fucking trinkets, whatever.
Yeah, I've done that in the past too.
I'll do it. It's a fucking digital game.
But to get downloadable content, that's bullshit.
Yeah, because I mean, those came with the downloadable content that you could add on to the other ones. Like if you bought digital or the regular $60 disc version, you could spend an extra $20 and get the same with it. And so you still save like $40 or $50.
But they're charging extra for things they advertise in the regular ad.
Yeah, that's what's fucked up. I hope they get hit with a fucking lawsuit for it.
Because a lot of people are really pissed off.
That's so shitty.
Which, speaking of that, I was just checking my, on the way to the elevator, I was looking at my informed delivery from
Post office.
Yeah. And it's funny because if you check it after 5, it'll show you what's coming tomorrow, but it'll be listed as today.
I just look at the emails. I don't think I've ever gone on it.
I have the app and I was walking. I just was curious to see because I didn't see an email, but apparently I got something in the mail. But I looked at it, and after 5 o'clock, it'll show you what's coming tomorrow, but it'll be listed as today.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently tomorrow, I'm getting something from Sony, and it says in it that is a settlement. So
you're about to get $2.87.
It's usually about 20 to 30.
20 to 30 cents.
Dollars.
Nice.
I've gotten quite a few of them.
Be able to buy another Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I just was surprised to see that. I remember signing up for the class action.
Yeah. So I looked up the mystery trip thing. So it's fairly like thought out. Decide your trip type and tell us your interests, travel history on the pre-trip survey. To plan your surprise vacation, we'll need to know travel dates, preferences, history, traveler information and interests, your budget, travel plus accommodations. Yeah. So they actually thought that out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So per person for plane trips, per hotel room for road trips, outdoor road trips, or you pick trips. And then they leave the planning to them. So after doing whatever and blah, 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 on the budget you select, a week before your departure, you receive an email to help you prepare for the trip. So
I like Hawaii.
My question is, a week before the departure. So if you say I want to go somewhere from July 11th to July 16th, are those dates solid so that like you can plan on it from fucking work?
Because you can't just, oh, sorry, I'm not going to be here next week because my trip is coming through.
Yeah. So but it says the email contains the weather forecast for your mystery destination, a suggested packing list, like a bathing suit, hiking boots, whatever, any luggage size restrictions, and where to go and when. Like O'Hare Airport, Friday at 10:30 a.m.
I hope it's not O'Hare.
Well, I mean, it's... it says a few days before you depart, you'll receive the surprise trip envelope in the mail, which don't open just yet. It include a curated list of recommendations based on your interests, from everything from cafes to nightlife to rainy day activities, hotel directions, fun facts, and more. Remember, don't open it. On the day of departure, open your envelope, pack up, and go. You'll have the flexibility to choose your own adventure, so you find out the fucking day you leave then.
Oh, I thought maybe we were going to find out when you were on the plane.
That's what I was reading, but unless it's just like, hey, here's an idea for a diner and it just tells you the name, like you can Google it. So unless it gives an address, then it's like, yeah, okay, well, now I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there wouldn't be only just one of these companies. So maybe
I mean, it's just there's some places that I would definitely not want to go to, you know?
Yeah.
Or Kevlar, you're going to the Middle East.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 different companies, so I was probably reading a different company. But yeah, like I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Set something up, do it like every once in a while. Like, I don't know where to go, so let's just not know where we go. And then hopefully it's fun. Imagine getting on one of those and it's just fucking awful. Like they fly you to New Orleans right before Katrina.
Oh, God. Well, hey, at least they let you know what the weather's going to be like when you get there.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, imagine if we're flying from here and they're like, oh, your vacation, you don't know where you're going is Vegas.
Yeah.
That's a fucking hour away. No, don't be telling me that.
Yeah. And we used to live there. So thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for telling me someplace I lived.
Or you land in Dubai, you don't get told where you're going. You land in Dubai and then you see like 6 inches of rain on the fucking runway. And then they have to ground all the planes because they made it rain too much. I still can't believe that.
Made it rain.
So they obviously, you can seed clouds to make it rain more.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, we need a lot of rain. So did we talk about this on here already?
No.
Okay.
But I was thinking more of the make it rain.
Oh, yeah, no. I figured from how you're saying it, but no. No. Actual rain.
Yeah.
So they seeded the clouds. Probably too much. Yeah. And they received more than they typically receive in a year in 24 hours. They got like 5.5 inches of rain, which isn't a lot. But if your infrastructure is not built for it, it looked like it was about a foot, because I'm sure in certain areas it's sloped and fucking whatever, or it's just rushing from one side to the other. They had to ground all flights. Like there's videos and pictures of like cars driving, like just floating away, like all kinds of just flash flood type shit, because they accidentally made it rain too much.
See, in Vegas, I mean, you say 5.5 inches isn't much, but like you get 5.5 inches in Vegas in a short time, shit's flooded. Like I was in Vegas working on the Strip, and there was a downpour, and people were tubing down the Strip.
Yeah,
they were sitting on tubes going down the Strip, and I'm not just talking about the one parking garage that always gets flooded.
Yeah, the link.
Yeah,
that's I'm not going to help people commit insurance fraud. So if you don't want to commit insurance fraud, don't park on the lower levels of the link parking garage when it's supposed to rain.
There. Yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah. And definitely don't leave your windows down because it's a nice day.
Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't do anything.
I've seen people in that parking garage on tubes also.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always show that, the climate is changing. Look at what's happening in Vegas. And they show that parking garage. It's like, yeah, a pipe could burst and they're going to fucking have that.
It's because it was built so stupid.
If Jeremy and I go in there and spit at the same time, it might fucking flood.
Wow.
But yeah, I remember that day that the rain just started quickly. But right before it happened, I was working at Bubba Gump in the patio. Patio's up there a ways, and they got all these umbrellas on all of them. And I look outside, and one of my managers, she's out there, she's trying to take down these umbrellas. And this wind is picking up. And I swear, I had to run out there. I thought it was going to take her off the fucking patio.
As long as she holds on to it, she should have been fine.
She was not going to be fine.
Mike hasn't seen Mary Poppins. He doesn't know.
Yeah. Well,
As long as she holds on.
yeah. I was worried for her though, so I ran out there to help her.
You hold her by the leg.
Make her a kite.
So what I'm getting from this story is anytime there's inclement weather, don't be around Mike because you might fucking fly away. The guy on the golf course, your fucking boss.
But I went out to help her. After I ran out there to help her, and with the other people started coming out too, like, oh yeah, that's probably dangerous. I should probably help too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to fly away in weather, come see Mike.
Or just go to places with tornadoes. Apparently, Nebraska got hit by tornadoes this last week.
They're fucking massive ones.
Yeah.
I saw a couple pictures and a video. That's fucking, they were huge.
A friend of mine on Facebook marked himself as safe from the tornadoes. And then I sent a text to my dad to make sure that my family there is still there.
Yeah.
Not landed. They didn't land in Kansas or something.
Were they?
They were there. They were fine.
That's good.
Yeah. They didn't live in Oz. I don't think we're in Nebraska anymore.
Yeah.
I know in the movie it's Kansas, but
I mean, gotta change it to fit.
yeah.
So I want to talk about the inner monologue and spatial awareness thing. So a lot of people, I think it's like 30 or 40% of the population doesn't have an inner monologue.
Yeah.
So for anybody that is listening or watching, an inner monologue, and if you don't have one, if you have one, you know what it is.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, it's basically like a thought process that is typically your voice, but like if I want it to be something else, like I can change it to be like a cartoon or something for a short time, and then it just like it revolves back into yours. But it's basically just a thought process of like either like stuff you need to do today, like the order of which you need to do things. Like it just depends on a lot of stuff, like how tired you are. If you're super hyper, it's like fucking all over the place. And
Sometimes for me, ideas just come to my head that way.
Yeah. Like that's one of the ways that I use to work on a lot of problems with trucks, cars, engines. Like everything I work on is like, just think about it and run through like, okay, all of this is supposed to work this way. And then there's this, and like talk it out in my head of like, okay, there's this. Okay, this could be a problem. And then I'll come up with like the top 3 and then try those. So, and a lot of people that don't have it, when you talk about it, are very concerned. Because like inner monologue is the nicest way to put it.
Yeah.
Like, because if I have voices in my head, it's not okay. I'm like, maybe say it a different way.
Yeah.
Of inner monologue, that's enough people have it that it's normal.
Yeah.
And I think it's super fucking helpful.
Sometimes I picture things though also.
Yeah. So
like, I used to write the schedule at one of the places I worked at, and somebody was asking me about his schedule, and I'm like, I don't have a computer next to me. I'd always do it on Wednesday, give it to my manager, and he could post it by the time it was supposed to be posted for. And then, but like he was asking me his schedule, and I'm like, I don't exactly remember. And then while I was talking to him, in my mind, I pictured the grid and his line on the grid, and I'm like, okay, this is what you have for this week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I can't change it. I've already submitted it. If you want to change something, you need to talk to
the manager,
the general manager.
So I think it's, from what I read, around 5% of people can't do that. So there's also varying levels of that. So like if you close your eyes and think of an apple.
Yeah.
Like a red delicious apple or a Fuji or whatever, like how vivid is that picture in your mind? Is like some people can only see an outline. Some people is like a grayscale. Some people is like cell shaded, like cartoonish.
See, as soon as you said apple, I had a picture of an apple in my head. It was red. You could see the different, because it's not consistent. They shade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I saw the stem in the apple. Everything.
Yeah. So you have the full one also.
Yeah. I even saw the little. I can even see the little.
There's that, and then can you rotate
pores.
it? Now it's rotating.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that.
Yeah. In my head, there's a green apple spinning. Originally, it was a red apple.
Yeah, and then like I was talking to my brother about a couple of these, and he was like, "Yeah, so like imagine a die, like a pair of dice, just one of them,
yeah,
and like you don't have to remember the exact layout of it, like which side 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So there's 6 sides. Yeah. Imagine the cube in your head, and then just have it unbox and then box it back up.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. And it explains a lot.
But
Like sometimes trying to explain stuff to some people, and like most people get it, and some people like aren't following along. It seems almost at all.
Yeah.
It could be because of that.
But when it comes to dice, though, if I remember correctly, the numbers are like if you have 5 on one side and 1s on the other, all the numbers put together equal. Like if you have 1 on one side, 5 on the other, 2 on one side, 4 on the other.
I think they would all have to add up to 7.
Yeah.
Because you can't have 6
you can't
on
have
one
6,
side.
Yeah.
I think they all add up to 7. So it might
Because
be
there's
6
no
and
0
1.
side. Yeah, it might be
6 and 1, 5 and 2, 4 and 3.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one's next to which on it.
Yeah. But I don't use a lot of dice. I'm guessing there's craps players out there who probably know.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, if it's in your hands all the time, I would hope you'd remember.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But if they can't picture it.
But yeah, I can picture the dice folding and laying out flat. And I can picture what it looks like.
Because my brother's the one that told me that one. And definitely when he first said that was the GameCube logo. Of the box like unfolding constantly and just making it definitely made that noise in my head.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I just thought it was super interesting. And especially with like the imagining stuff and you're like picturing it, that there's varying levels that people can have. Like some people have, like I said, outline, grayscale, like cartoony, not very vivid. Like some people super vivid, but still can't like manipulate it, like turn it or anything.
Yeah.
And then some, I think maybe most, but I don't know the exact data on that because who knows where to get that fucking data.
Yeah.
Of it's vivid and you can manipulate it.
But sometimes you have to imagine what's on the other side. So
yeah, but some people just can't.
I know.
Some people can't picture anything in their head.
Because sometimes it's better to try to picture it in your head rather than actually try to go to the item and try to flip it around. You know. Yeah.
Can you imagine not being able to see, like, picture stuff in your mind?
No, I can't.
What would you do all day? I don't. They're like, what about without an inner monologue? What would that be like?
I don't know.
Is it more peaceful? Is it more worrisome?
Possibly. But sometimes I'll be driving along and like there's different brownie recipes I used to make. And sometimes I'd be driving along and then the idea would hit me and I'm like, all right, next time I make brownies, I'm putting that in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's other things too. Like sometimes if I'm playing a video game and I get stuck on it, I'll stop playing it for a while and I'll be doing something else. I'll be like, oh shit, I should have done this. And then I go back and do it and it'll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know what it would be like. I don't think I would like it.
I was doing something. Well, if you never had it, you wouldn't know the difference.
Until somebody tells you about it.
Yeah. But I was playing a game last night and it was funny because I'd done this part in the game before, but there's so many of these things you have to do that I'm looking at. I'm like, I do not remember how to do this at all. So I shut off the game and I started watching TV. I went back to the game later and I went into that same thing. I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about it. I just was doing it. Next thing I know, I'm done. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I did it.
Nice.
I might have actually done it even a little bit different, but either way, I got the same result.
That's good. If you're listening, leave a comment if you have an inner monologue or don't. If you can picture stuff in your mind or can't, and to what level of like clarity, quality.
Comment if you think EA's subscription is trash.
Or Ubisoft's pay to play. Apparently, I didn't know they had microtransaction shit nonstop now.
That's what I hear a lot about. But I mean, even playing Assassin's Creed, you can see there's things in there you can buy for the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, but a lot of them are aesthetics. Yeah. Like aesthetics don't matter to me at all. It's on Fortnite. It's just nothing but aesthetics. Yeah. Until they had like all those skins that you can't see, like on Call of Duty, that you do certain things and you can unlock the rose skin that you can't fucking see because it blends in with every shadow and every almost dark area. Like you can't see it. Like don't have that in the game.
I remember when they put a Kansas City Chief player in Fortnite, and somebody we work with comes up to me and says, "Hey, they put your favorite Chiefs player in Fortnite." So I looked at him and said, okay, so who's my favorite Chiefs player?
It's Mahomes, isn't it?
I've never said that. I'm don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of Mahomes. But at
That's
the
who they
time,
put in Fortnite, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, I'm like, so they put Travis Kelce in? Sweet.
That's great. Was this Ray?
No, it was somebody else.
Uh,
Yeah, Ray.
as soon as I asked it, he wouldn't know about Fortnite.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't.
Well, that was another quick one.
That was quick.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Some Offense Intended. Subscribe, share, comment, tell people about us. Tell us if you like us or hate us. Twitter, X, and TikTok at Some Offense Pod. And we will talk to you next week. Goodbye.